my name is Freeze. Learn it well, for it's the chilling sound of your doom.
What's Superman doing?
And who's he with?
Oh my God. Fear is a tool. But when that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning.
This Organized Chaos podcast is brought to you by JEMS Art Studio. JEMS Art Studio is an online store that allows access to prints that you can use for most anything, obviously as just a picture, or as a wallpaper, or as a bookmark, or anything you can think of. You can find JEMS Art Studio at etsy.com/shop/JEMS Art Studio. This podcast is also brought to you by listeners like you. Thank you. Hello and welcome to our Organized Chaos podcast, the single greatest episode of a podcast in the history of the universe that will ever happen until next week's episode.
Yes.
I'm joined by Bobby Quarters. How you doing, Bobby?
I am doing well. How are you, sir?
I am working. I get a little mini vacation this week, which kind of shocked me. I wasn't expecting to go through.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm actually off until Saturday now.
Okay.
So I'm a little wore out now because the whole weekend's been just like slammed. But like once I'm done with this podcast and get edited up, I have like breathing room.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with it.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about doing my new Versus video. So if you watch the podcast, you get a little spoiler here. Gonna do Dune versus Eternals. Little setting up sci-fi epics battle, which I thought would be interesting.
Okay, like a versus like those characters versus those characters, or just story versus story?
Just the movies comparing each
okay.
other. Yeah. You know, like I usually do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's... Yeah. I don't do them all that often anymore. But... Yeah, I don't know. The reaction videos are fun, so they give me a lot more time.
Okay.
And God, they do well. Oh my God. It's kind of insane how it's simple. I can either spend 20 hours putting together a nice editorial or 2 hours putting together a reaction video. I wonder which is easier.
Yeah. like we talked about last week, like I've seen so much already, so like it would be hard. I mean, there are some ones that I had that are like big name movies that I haven't seen. But I mean, I don't think anybody really wants to watch like a dude in his like late 30s react to Gone with the Wind or Casablanca.
Yeah, no. Well, that I just do like awful YouTube videos. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. I mean, I've always thought it'd be funny to have somebody do that, but have it with those like, try not to laugh compilations, but just deadpan stare.
Yeah.
Like, not even you can even do it without watching it. just have that like just staring, not moving.
But yeah, my second one was actually a review of the Eternals that I watched.
Okay.
Where essentially her whole argument boiled down to, I don't like it because not all the characters are white men.
Oh.
Now, she didn't literally say that, but you boil down her argument, that's what it is.
Oh, that's just...
Right? It's not that coded either.
That's... Oh.
I know.
Wow.
I was just like, oh my God.
Wow. Well,
she was like, there's no explanation for all these races and genders and sexualities. It's like, do you need that?
Do you not pay attention to the first 3 lines of the movie?
Well, it's like, what do you need? Do you need a scene where the characters are having sex and you see their... What do you need?
Do they need to be like a brotherhood of sorts?
Yeah, it's like... I mean, they actually explained the whole origin of the Eternals in there, and I guess that wasn't good enough.
appearance, like within the first few minutes of that movie. They don't explain Jon Snow, so we know nothing about him.
Yeah, we need to explain how he ended up being a white guy. We need answers.
No. I need to know. Does he know what's going on? That's what I want to know.
I don't think I think they got to a point where they're going to explain that to him, and no.
Because he looked confused that entire movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he was only in Act 1 and Act 3.
Yeah, and
he was confused. He was
some of the advertising I saw him being like an advertised name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean...
They were...
especially Act 1, he's in a decent bit.
Yeah, well, they were definitely cashing in on the fact of him and, my Bond pick in the same movie together. Which, still, it was a very pleasant surprise watching him just be full bad guy. And I have reassessed, and I thought, he would make a really good Blofeld, too.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. Cast him as a Bond villain.
Just rewatching it, just going, ooh, and I'm thinking, if not that, a Spectre assassin.
Yeah.
Because, he could just have whatever, his name can be like Bullseye or something, or whatever, No, they're not.
No, we need to get Colin Farrell for Bullseye.
Well, no, oh God, only if he is fully unrecognizable Colin Farrell. Because.
Oh yeah, well we will get to that later. Yes.
God, wow! I had to keep reminding myself.
Yeah, we actually got pretty much a DC special going on
almost
today. Yeah, just a little bit, but you're going to talk a little bit about your Sobriety first, which is awesome, and I think it's a cool thing to talk about. And then we're going to talk about something less cool. We're going to talk about Batman and Robin.
Yes. And Gotham City.
I did not keep the credits on for that long. I do like the Smashing Pumpkins song, though.
I kept it on because that was actually the era of the Pumpkins that I liked. That's before Billy Corgan became a douchebag.
I don't know. I don't have anything against.
Oh no.
Smashing Pumpkins are hit and miss for me throughout all their.
They absolutely are very hit or miss for me. But there's some of it that I really enjoy, and other of it I just kind of.
I absolutely get that. I mean, even their latest album, there's some songs that I think are fantastic, and other songs are just like.
I guess I like it better when they're angry.
Yeah, I definitely like a more active Smashing Pumpkins. I don't like this. I would say that.
The droney.
Yeah, the slower, more thoughtful ones aren't as.
They're all right. Just.
I don't think he carries Landslide.
If I want to, oh God, I haven't even listened to that. Like he covers like Fleetwood Mac's. And Billy William. Oh, William.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
But after that, we definitely have some better stuff. Because after that, we're going to talk about Superman and Lois episodes 5 through 7.
Yes.
And then the brand new The Batman movie. It's not Batman. It's The Batman.
The Batman. He actually didn't do full Bale voice.
No, he did.
He did a good gravelly. He did a good gravel.
Yeah.
Not too.
Well, I mean, he did kind of the Keaton Kilmer than the than the Bale.
Oh yeah.
And he definitely did do the Clooney, which we'll get to soon enough.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to the goth card soon enough.
Yeah. But you just reached a sobriety milestone, which seems really cool.
Yes, I did. This past 3rd of March, I hit 5 years of alcohol-free life.
Awesome.
Yeah. It is. Well, like. Obviously, prior to that, is that a kitty? Oh.
Yes, she's still in here, and now she's baking. It'll take me.
No problem. Cats be cats.
Yeah, she disagreed on which door she wanted to leave. Of course. I don't want that door. I want this one. Do this one.
No, this is not the right door.
I want to go out the bathroom.
Okay, yeah. So, I 5 years alcohol free. decided to quit drinking 5 years ago due to a stupid decision on my part. I drove drunk and got into a crash. Luckily, no one was hurt. I fucked my car up pretty good. Totaled it. And that really was the thing I needed, the spark, I guess, if you will, to kind of make me realize that this wasn't good and I needed to do something, or else I'm just going to keep falling into the same habits, because that was number 2 for me. I had gotten one number about, that was 4 years ago. So obviously I wasn't keeping a good keel on things. I didn't have a good handle on it. Truthfully, I was really using it as a crutch, more or less. Like using it just to treat some wounds that really never healed properly. Some stuff I never really dealt with the right way. Or coped, just like kind of bad coping mechanisms. Pretty much all the stuff that they said would potentially happen in there, but not the over drastic stuff. But all the alcohol stuff was 100% correct. But with that wake up call, at that police station, the cop who got me, the first responding one, and took me. Actually, Gate was nice enough to let me go home that night. He gave me some information on AA that they had at a substation there. Next morning, after staring at that number for probably 3 hours, I gave a call. I found a meeting nearby. Went to it. Was greeted with open arms, like very welcoming. Opening environment, like complete strangers, acting like they knew me. And the more times I went, the more I realized that it's not really like you're sitting in a room of strangers. You're sitting in a room of very similar people. Like they've all been where you're at, and like at that moment, everyone in that room has been exactly where I was at that moment. So they knew what was up. There was a group of them that all invited me out to have a meal with them afterwards. And, we talked with a few of them. They paid for it, gave me a ride back to my apartment. And, before we left the meeting, even, they gave me, the 2 literature that most meetings they'll read out of. There's 2 books in AA that they'll read out of. It's, one is the Big Book, and the other is the 12 and 12. So it's a lot like the 12 steps, but it's helping you work through the 12 steps and different procedures and testimonies and stories. The Big Book is very similar to that, and the teachings in it are testimonies and stories from other AA leaders and members, like real members telling their story. And obviously we learn from other people's stories and lessons and strength and sobriety and through the 12 steps. So this past 3rd of March, I went to my local meeting, my new local meeting, since I've moved a few times, and I found a nice place, a really nice one, small group, my kind of meeting. I'm not a big fan of the big ones. Not a big fan of the big ones. I've been to a few that are in some church basements that it could almost be a congregation. There's at least 30 or 40 plus. But that was like a big conjoined one. I believe it was a group of AA and NA. But it's a good one. There's good stuff there. It's always a speaker. Like always like a speaker. You just go and listen. You can take what you will from it, and sometimes they'll have a moment so people can share their thoughts. Sometimes they break into smaller groups, but a lot of the times we'll just read a chapter and then talk about the chapter. It's good stuff. It's good therapy.
Yeah,
it's good therapy.
Excellent.
It is.
Well, yeah, it's always good just to have people there to support.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. That seems like the best thing. Honestly.
And I've actually kept a tradition to myself. Anytime I've only been able to do this for 3 out of my 5 years because of COVID, because all through the pandemic, they didn't have meetings. They were all virtual. So I had people give me like little cutouts of coins for like years 3 and 4. A friend of mine who's an artist, he actually had material in front of him, and he made it. And he later, this week, he sent me. He's a great guy. He's an awesome dude. He's all about my sobriety. He's in AA too. I've known this guy for a number of years before. Actually, we were beer belly buddies at one point, and now we're both in AA, and both loving our lives. He held up a little gold piece for me. He's like, "Here, I got it right here, and I'm gonna hold on to it until I see you." And he was at the meeting when I got my 5-year, and I was lucky that they only had one left in the box. I was lucky. But my tradition is that but AA is also self-sufficient and self-funded. It's funded by its own members and meetings. So we take a little collection every meeting. I'll always, if I have a few bucks, I'll always throw it in if I can. But on my, on anniversaries or big anniversaries for me, and I also do it for year and a halves or half years. I might start doing it for like 3 months. I will donate a little bit more, like a 10 or a 20, because I believe in that program, and it's something that I know that my money goes to, like things like buying books, buying coffee, snacks. And I'll say this though about quitting. Those withdrawals, they do exist, and they're pretty rough. I mean, the way I was drinking, I had a healthy every 3-4 beers a night habit. Yeah, I had I was drinking quite a bit. But like I would have like a lot of sweats for like the first few months. So yeah, I was having like a lot of shakes. Not like bad, like convulsing ones, but like I'd get like little shakes every now and then. Sweating profusely every night, for about 2 weeks. Yeah, I felt dehydrated for like a month and a half. Like just dehydrated.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's nothing. I didn't think that'd be a side effect, but yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Alcohol does dehydrate you.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Horrible time sleeping. Just an awful time. Because at some points I would just drink until I'd pass out, which is really healthy.
No, yeah,
super healthy for you. Yeah.
I think the doctor recommends that.
I mean, yeah, but after all that passed, I still had cravings, pretty bad cravings. I'll still have. I haven't had one in a long time, but I know about after a year, I started having drinks where I was like tasting it, like the flavors.
Like Phantom?
No, like I'd have like a very surreal dream where I would just have a drink and tequila, and yeah, and I'd even like kind of wake up and still just kind of okay, weird, weird. But now anymore, the smell of liquor just makes me sick. Bourbon is
yeah.
I gag. Well. Tequila, I gag. Almost all of it, I smell. I just kind of go, what? No thanks.
Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and, especially the hard liquors, they don't taste good. You just force them down.
Yeah, I was a bourbon drinker, and I enjoyed like a nice bourbon, like a nice neat bourbon. Like I would sit and sip that and enjoy that drink. Tequila I would just drink, but I would just do shots of that and not even bother with a lime and a salt. I used to be like that all the time, but there was a while where I just could never get good limes, never find fresh ones, or they were always sold out of them. So I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I just need salt. You know what? Screw the salt. I'm just wasting my time.
Well, Honestly, I think all that's kind of awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
I think it's just awesome that, like, essentially you had this problem and you've addressed it.
Yeah.
You've come around, and it's just really awesome.
Thank you,
Bobby.
man.
Good
Thank
job.
you, man. Thank you.
Well done.
Since we're talking... Oh, good, I do have an autofocus. Oh, no, never mind. I will have it for next week. Hold on. We can move on. I'll get it in a second.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of things that are less awesome. Oh, my mouse went to sleep. Yeah, we're going to talk about my mouse going to sleep because it's probably better than this movie. Oh, we are concluding the original Batman quadruped.
The quadruped.
This is Batman and Robin.
Oh yeah.
What a movie to end things on.
Man, I'm really happy that
holy shit.
That I watched this, and then about a few hours later I watched not Superman, but I watched Batman. So I'm happy that this was the appetizer going into the Batman.
Yeah. I end up doing a weird split thing where I watch like the first half of this, and then the next day we watch the Batman, and then the day after that we watch the second half of this.
Oh God, why bother?
Spread it out.
I mean, we didn't have an annoying guard in this one, at least.
True.
By the way, I counted, and I would say all but what was it? Yeah, all but 5 of Arnold's lines were puns.
Yeah, and they're not even good puns.
There was a few of them that were good, like the one at the end with Poison Ivy. That was good.
What was the one at the end?
It's like it's like things are about to get cold, for I'm going to make your life hell.
Sure.
Yeah, that was good. It's like, all right, that's Arnold.
No, I've kind of sworn there was a line where he says, I'm going to kick your ice or something like that. And it's like, it doesn't even sound right. It doesn't even sound right. Just not even trying on that one.
No.
But yeah, Batman Robin. This is the worst one in the series.
It killed a franchise. I don't even
think that's up for debate. It's not even close. I mean, I have lots of issues with Batman Forever. Far from a perfect movie there. This is garbage.
This is just a giant advertisement.
Oh,
several of them.
Oh, yeah.
Several of them.
Oh, there's lots of new vehicles in this. Like, we don't get any returning vehicles, I think. And the new vehicles all look fucking awful.
We get 2 returning vehicles.
We do? What do we get?
We get blueprints of the Batwing and the Batboat when Alicia Silverstone is just snooping on her uncle's computer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we don't actually see those vehicles. We just see the computer screen images.
Well, no, I believe both got destroyed. I believe all 3 vehicles got destroyed in that movie.
Yeah. Tim Burton was rough on the vehicles.
Yeah.
I wish he was there to be rough on these vehicles, because these vehicles
I still hate this vehicle. I hated this vehicle when it came out. And I hate it even more.
Yeah, the Batmobile is garbage. Oh my God. We went from Tim Burton's iconic, just classic version of the Batmobile, which is still, for my money, the best Batmobile. At least as far as raw looks. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, the only one I would argue is the animated series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that still draws a lot of inspiration from Burton.
It totally does.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, those both are like the best Batmobiles ever. I am also not a fan of the mech tanks. I'm not a fan of those at all.
Well, at least there's a point to that, though. It's kind of like Christopher Nolan's looking for his practical whatever.
Yeah.
I think he went practical way too much in those movies, but you know what? At least he's going for something.
He did. He absolutely did. But if it's something about like climbing a building ability, the one in Forever had that. I mean, I think you could only use it a few times, because I kind of question, like, okay, you got it up there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The Batman Forever car wasn't great. It was definitely a downgrade from Burton's.
It looked cool.
But it is miles above this stupid... Like, this one doesn't even have a top. He just drives around with his head sticking out. Right in the fucking middle, too. It's not even like there's a passenger seat or anything. He's just right in the middle. It looks tiny.
It looks like...
God.
It kind of looks like if somebody took one of those really tiny box trucks... You know what I'm talking about? Those really tiny trucks.
Oh, yes. Okay,
those really small ones.
Yeah.
And just built a paper mache model around it and entered it in a parade.
Yes, I see exactly what you're talking about. Yes. That is what this fucking car is.
It probably is that.
I'm gonna make a bulletproof car, but design it so my fucking head's sticking out.
Okay, let's see here. All right. In this movie, Batman, we open up with, them Batman and Robin suiting up, and Robin actually, his suit is updated in this, I noticed, and it doesn't look as much like it looks a little bit more like Nightwing now.
Yeah. If he painted that blue, there's like a red.
If that was just like
if he painted it blue, it's Nightwing.
He's Nightwing. Yeah. And I'm still okay with a Chris O'Donnell Nightwing movie. I'm so okay with that.
Well, Chris O'Donnell, I think, does okay in these. He's not written well at all.
No, he's written even worse in this one.
Oh, God, no. Well, nobody survives this one.
No.
Everybody's written awful in this.
No, I'm happy that I'm happy that they didn't write out a flesh part for Batman's girlfriend in this. Who I literally think was probably just George Clooney's girlfriend at the time.
I think I looked it up, and I think there was something like that. It might have just been George Clooney's girlfriend. Fun fact,
love Clooney.
George Clooney.
I fucking love him.
Yeah, George Clooney did not give a fuck during this movie.
No.
You can tell. Like, he is a genuinely good actor.
He is.
Not here. If you watch this, you can't tell.
Oh, he's just kind of like, yeah. In his head, he's just hearing 1,000, 1,002, 1,003. Yeah.
He is clearly reading his lines. And he doesn't even try for a fucking Batman voice. It's the exact same
Clooney.
voice. Suit on, suit off. Yeah.
I mean, we do get a pinch of it, of him actually acting, and it's whenever he's in the same scene with the character who played Alfred.
Well, that's true. There are probably a couple of the best Alfred moments are in this movie, which is so wasted. Because Michael Gould does great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's a powerhouse in those couple moments. But yeah,
he is.
They're highlights for this movie.
But that's like Clooney's game is just then and only then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're pretty good. I'll go ahead and put in 2% more effort.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Uma Thurman was kind of like the perfect amount of camp for her role.
Yeah, well, going over like the 5 leads here.
Yeah,
Arnold doesn't care, and Arnold's not a great actor, but he doesn't even care. He does not care. Clooney doesn't care. Chris O'Donnell, I think, is trying.
Oh yeah.
Uma Thurman doesn't care. And just has fun with it.
Yeah, she does. She had fun.
She is so campy.
There's a lot of
so
filming
cheesy.
shot, or like how they had her blocked and like set up in the shot. I was kind of going like, wow, I'd swear this was a Quentin Tarantino film if I didn't see shots of her feet. I think Joel was borrowing from Quentin the way they were shooting her a lot. I noticed that, or at least he did it again, and or at least he. A lot of similar shots I remember seeing from Kill Bill because I recently watched Kill Bill.
No, it's been a while, but
yeah.
I could just see Quinn being like, "Oh, did you take my advice?" Joel being like, "Yeah." Did you get lots of shots for feet?
No. What?
No. What?
Those.
What? No.
What? Why?
Quinn's like, "What? Why? You need shots for feet to make it work."
You know what? I'll show you how.
I don't. No,
I'll show you what I mean.
Yeah.
Kill Bill, wiggle your big toe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I love Quentin, but the feet it gets a bit much again.
There wasn't much of it in Hateful Eight, though.
No,
or
there wasn't.
Django.
No, that's right. It was toned down.
Yeah.
I remember Once Upon a Time, like he was really.
Yeah. I
like it was completely unnecessary. But we're going to set up. The
I actually
shot
recently
so our feet
watched
are
that
right
for the
there.
first time. Yeah, and I absolutely loved it. It was great.
We all
is
have
that
our
his last
quirks.
one? Is that his last? Or
movie?
Or is he doing one more?
He said he's doing 10. So according to him, he's doing one more, and it was a question of whether or not he would go ahead and do Star Trek or something else. And I think his Star Trek is canned anyway. I think it's weird because it's an arbitrary number. Just do as many movies as you want.
It is. And if anything, I think that if he were to do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie,
ooh, I'd be interested in seeing him just do a horror.
Yeah.
Has he done straight horror? I don't think he's done a horror.
No, he hasn't. I love bringing that up in film groups on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd do that. It's below him.
That.
I don't know, man.
Below him. I want to hear.
I mean, some would argue the Grindhouse movie, his Death Proof.
Oh, sure. I want him to do a
but I wouldn't call that really a horror movie.
I see where they're going for, but yeah,
I wouldn't call it a horror movie. I'd call it a thriller, suspense movie. Absolutely, absolutely one of those. But like horror, no. But what would it be? Like his fucking mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I know with him, it would be like 3 hours long, but would be filled with way too much dialogue. But you'd be kind of
and you wouldn't even realize 3 hours passed. Because I didn't realize that much time passed when I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Because I looked at the runtime and I was like, "Good God! All right."
Oh yeah, all those movies.
Yeah, and then watching it going, and then it was over. I was like, "Holy shit! It's over already." Oh, God damn.
Of course, I wouldn't mind seeing him do a Django sequel, which is what Hateful Eight was originally supposed to be.
Yeah. I
think the Django was rewritten into the Samuel L. Jackson character.
Yeah.
That's when it makes the most sense.
Well, if that was the case, I don't think he would have gotten what happened to him. I don't think he would have gotten his dick.
No, he did not.
His dick shot off.
He did not end well. Well, I don't think he died. Did he?
I don't know. I think they let.
He gets messed up.
It's left to imply that they both bled out and died.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're all supposed to die, but I think technically that the two of them are alive at the end. It's been a little bit since I've seen it, probably a year.
I've called that. I think that's like the perfect modern Western.
Oh yeah. Well, Django and Batman are both great.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Much better than Batman and Robin.
From him. Yeah, because I'd much rather talk about Batman.
We clearly would rather talk about Tarantino than
No, we're talking about Django.
Okay, all right, I did notice this though. Now, last movie I had commented how Schumacher has a really great eye for like lighting, and his use of it.
Yeah.
I think he might have been on a leash on that one and played it safe.
Yeah.
Because he's... that's about the... At times, it's really great. Other times, it really doesn't work at all.
Oh,
like, I mean, all the blue and white lighting that we see at Mr. Freeze's headquarters works perfectly.
Sure.
Stuff at that club where where those Gothamites were bidding on women.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little
sexist.
That was a little cringy.
Little cringe.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I forgot about this.
Yeah. That's what the back credit card was for.
Yeah, the back card. Never leave home without it. Oh. God. Yeah, the lighting in there. Yeah, that kind of worked for the scene and what was happening. Rest of the movie, I don't know. Why did the Batmobile have that orange light?
Why the Batmobile anything in this movie?
Like, what the fuck was the purpose of that rotating thing?
Yeah, the thing that, like, I don't even know what that would do.
Engine, maybe?
Like to announce, obviously, like, part of the point of the Burton one was that, like, it's supposed to like intimidate the enemies. Oh, they see the Batman, but oh fuck, what's going to happen? That little dinky thing isn't intimidating anybody. It's just this weird light rotating piece of
Gendra
shit.
Fucks.
Yeah. It looks like a good pothole could demolish that.
Yeah. And what the hell was Robin or Batgirl riding at the end? Is that some sort of snowmobile?
Yeah. Well, she had
an even better point.
Didn't Robin have the snowmobile?
Yeah.
But Batgirl had like a motorcycle that she got knocked off of, so she got onto Robin's vehicle.
Well, I thought
and then she gets right back onto the bike.
Was Batman's like some sort of like what looked like Professor Xavier's wheelchair. Like, it
does look like a really shitty version of that.
I don't know what the hell that was. And even better, why did they all escape after introducing each other, introducing themselves to Batgirl, to go back to the Batcave, change costumes, and get said vehicles?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel there was a scene missing.
There's a lot missing here.
Because they were in different costumes, and then they re-met, and then they were all in their matchy-matchies.
Listen, there's either a scene missing or there's bad screenwriting. And with this movie, I don't know which.
Oh, man.
Take your pick.
Well, clearly it wasn't the studio. They just let him do whatever the hell he wanted for this giant toy commercial.
Well, no, I think they talked about the only thing they want him to pump as many like toys as he could into this. And, oh boy.
Yeah, he did.
I forgot that master strategist and genius Bane was in this movie.
Master strategist, you say?
Yeah, in comic book, that's what he is. He's a brilliant strategist. He thought he could outthink Batman quite easily. Not this one.
No, he's broken down to 1 to 2 word sentences.
Yeah, he usually just repeats what Ivy or Freeze says.
Bomb.
He's a fancy goon. They gave him the goon role and made it Bane just to get Bane in there. Not thinking about the fact that this is nothing like Bane. The Dark Knight Rises is not the most comic book accurate.
Yeah,
thing
and
ever,
at least
but that Bane is so much closer.
Well, the Bane in Arkham Asylum, like he created that serum originally, is what I remember reading from the character profile.
It might be.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a genius, so it won't surprise me. He didn't walk around saying monosyllabic things. Oh.
Yeah, this is not a good movie.
No. And I feel like this movie, it's not written 100% for this, and that's the problem. I feel like it's going for Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
But it's not willing to fully commit. And I am sorry. If you're going for Adam West Batman, you have to fully commit.
I agree.
You have to everything has to be completely goofy, and you gotta play 100% serious. That's how Adam West Batman works.
You gotta just almost
Adam West. Yeah, Adam West is not winking at the camera during that. He's just doing the goofy shit.
Yeah,
fully committed.
Fully committed.
And the problem is, you can't have like Alfred dying of McGregor syndrome or anything like that in an Adam West story. No. It does not work. And that's the thing. You have to fully commit if you're going to do that. This is way too far into Adam West territory to not fully commit. Way too far. What else? The
infrastructure of Gotham is still a goddamn mess.
Oh, yes. The infrastructure
Who builds a statue that pans over the freeway? Can you imagine? Can you imagine driving under that thing in the middle of a rainstorm?
Oh my God! Well, like there's that statue that holds up the
yes, that statue,
the observatory.
That statue.
Yes. How the fuck do you even get up there?
Is there some sort of escalator that goes up the arm?
I mean, if you think the infrastructure in Batman Forever is crazy, oh boy, Batman Robin is got another story for you. I got.
Well, apparently, Bob, we could sell bridges in Gotham. Like,
shit. Well, there's also that that statue, like they go driving off the arm.
Yeah,
and Batman just barely
that statue
breaks Robin's vehicle, so he ends up on a fingertip. Which, by the way, seems super fucking dangerous.
Let's also talk about that CGI in this movie.
Ooh,
yeah.
Late 90s CGI. None of it's good.
None of it was good. Just gonna.
No, it's weird. I remember thinking at the time, oh, CGI is getting pretty good, because at the time it's like, wow, that was computer animated. And now it's like, oh, God, no.
Oh. Batman and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, George Clooney didn't care. Arnold didn't care. Chris tried. Of the 5 main actors, he's the only returning one, too, which is worth noting.
Yeah. No, not the only. Well, the 5 main, yes. There's still 3.
Yeah, 5.
There's 3 returning actors to the franchise.
There's 3 other returning actors, but yeah. Uma didn't care and had fun at least. I'll give it to Uma's credit. She's probably my favorite performance here, and it's dumb. It's very dumb, but I'm sure.
Yeah.
Alicia Silverstone
famously got a lot of crap from the producers for this movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Like, they were telling her that she was, like, too fat and stuff. And, yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. You ever heard of this?
No.
Yes, no. Producers, I guess, were, like, just...
She's too fat.
Yeah. Like, you know, like, just saying, like, giving her, like, ridiculing her, like, in, like, the fitting area.
Wow.
Like, it's like she won't fit into it. Like, and it's like, whoa, like, the fuck. But
good old-fashioned sexism.
Good old sexism in Hollywood, you know. But like, I'm not excusing it even for the time period or
no, it's bullshit. I don't care about the time period. That shit is bullshit.
Unfortunately, at that point in time, studios were ran by dickweeds like that, so that was common. Unfortunately, it's not right. It doesn't make it all right at all.
No,
at all. And those dickweeds are still there.
Yeah, probably.
But Batman and Robin.
They're working on a screenplay for Batman and Robin, too.
Yeah.
It's a direct sequel to only this one.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. No, this is I would say appreciating great trash, but I don't really appreciate it.
No, I really don't. I'd say Forever fits in that category.
Yeah, I can appreciate Forever. Val Kilmer gave a solid effort. I think he was a good Batman. He was definitely way better than I remember. George Clooney, no.
No, Clooney.
And that's the thing. I think George Clooney, if he actually tried, could do a very good Batman.
I felt that he could do a good Bruce Wayne. No. Not a good Batman.
Well, that's the thing. Have you ever seen the movie Syriana?
No.
He, in that movie, plays a very introverted, quiet assassin.
Okay.
And he's really fucking good at it.
Okay.
It's like, that could be Batman.
All right.
He just doesn't kill people, but yeah, he could do this. He just doesn't. I don't think he cares. I know, like, lots of people looked at the Batman and Robin script and were like, this will be great. We need to give it our all, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I think Coolio gave it his all.
Sure. And what? Did he get 2 lines? Maybe even
I think
one?
So. I always keep forgetting that Coolio's in here, and I mistake him for that gang leader. Yeah. With like who told Alicia Silverstone she was so pretty to eat. Something like that. I don't know. Again, the use of neon. I was sick of it from the first movie.
It's worth... I mean, I didn't remember Bane was in this, so I much less remembered Coolio was in this until he popped up. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Coolio.
Yeah, that's right. He is in this, right.
What up, Coolio?
Yeah, I feel like Alfred gets a little bit more to do with his McGregor syndrome, and then they give Gordon just ever so slightly a little bit of a moment where, like, they're getting frozen out and Freeze's hideout and he has to hit a lever or something like that. It's not a lot, but it's way more than he got in the other 3 movies.
Yeah.
But, this movie sucks.
Yeah, this one's bad. So I'm happy we rounded it out.
Yeah, we've done all these 4 Batman movies. We have plenty more Batman movies to talk about. Even more Batman movies to talk about in this episode.
Yes, but not just yet.
But yeah, we got Superman and Lois now, episodes 5 through 8.
Really quickly, before I was able to finagle the missus to run and grab my wallet for me. I wanted to show what the coin that I got for my 5 years.
Oh, excellent.
So,
Nice. That does look really nice.
the back.
Oh, does it say anything?
Yes.
Oh.
It says the Serenity Prayer on the back. And on the front, around the triangle, it says, to thine own self be true. And 3 pillars of AA, unity, service, recovery.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And the back is just the Serenity Prayer.
Nice.
It doesn't mean the same unless the group of us say it. Sorry.
But
yeah,
Superman and Lois.
Yes, Superman and
4 episodes of this is about 3 hours.
Yeah.
And this went by a lot faster than Batman and Robin.
This one didn't go by as fast as the Batman.
No, we'll get to the.
You will, but yeah, it's teasing. Well, at the end of the video, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. What? There's another Batman movie? Yeah, this feels like these 4 episodes are definitely kind of fillery.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. We get a big reveal in the middle with Captain Luthor,
Which
learning his real name is John Henry Irons.
Yeah.
Which I believe was the name you mentioned last week, but you were referencing the Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, I was.
So it kind of leads into this week nicely.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, rewatching it, I realized the only thing that ever calls him Luthor is the computer, which I assumed he just must have taken from the Lex Luthor of that universe.
Yeah.
So, I remember first time watching, I was like, wait, did anybody else call him Luthor? I don't remember, and I'm not going to rewatch it because I just watched it.
Yeah, no one else but the machine called him Mr. Luthor, or Commander Luthor.
Yes. Yeah. So, we get to learn a lot more about him. Like, in his universe, he's married to Lois Lane.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. And in that universe, Superman goes nuts and kills lots of people, including Lois Lane.
Yeah.
Gets a little dark.
Yeah. But I don't think they even answered how he got there.
I'm trying to remember if they get to that. It's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like, they don't do it in this set of episodes.
Yeah.
I know that. Maybe it was a Crisis thing.
Yeah, I think.
It's been a long time since I've watched Crisis. Crisis reset all the universes. Now, did you watch the CW Crisis? No. Okay, yeah. At the end, like, they reset a whole bunch of the universes and characters cross over a whole bunch. So I don't remember if they give him a formal explanation or if they're just saying he's one of the characters that just crossed over and that's it. But yeah, it used to be, I want to say Supergirl.
Crisis, that's the same one where John Cryer is Lex Luthor, right?
That's right, he is in that, yes.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I sat down and watched that. Yeah, that has like everybody. It even has Lucifer in it.
Okay. Like from the show? That's from the show?
Yeah. Technically, it's a DC character. That show's based on a DC comic book. I believe it might be a Neil Gaiman one. Now I gotta look that up. Neil.
Okay.
There's Neil Gaiman. Yeah, you probably saw it on there.
Cool.
I know Constantine's a big role in that one. But yeah, that was a decent crossover. It has lots of characters. Ezra Miller has a cameo, which is probably the coolest cameo.
Oh, all right.
But before that, like, it was, I want to say, like, Supergirl and Flash and Arrow had their own universe, and Supergirl was a separate universe. Yeah. And then after that, they were all condensed into one universe.
And that's the one where Mark Hamill plays the trickster.
Not in that one specifically, but yeah, he does that. He does that in 2 Flash series now.
He's the trickster in 2, which is totally not the Joker.
No, Joker's a completely different character. He spells his name. He spells and pronounces
he's
his
not
name
a carbon copy at all.
Not remotely. Have you seen how their names are spelled?
Yeah, that's the only difference.
One begins with a J. The other begins with a T.
Okay.
Do we need to break it down?
No.
The differences between them.
I understand the alphabet. I do. I'm just saying that, the only difference is in name only.
Maybe.
The only difference is in name only.
Okay, if you could get Mark Hamill to play a Joker-like character, you're going to get Mark Hamill to play a
you're damn right.
character. I'm just saying.
Fully commit, man.
Unfortunately, Superman Lois does not have Mark Hamill. I would be on board with that always, but
even if it's like like alien boob drinking milk Luke Skywalker Mark Hamill.
Sure, I'm on board. Hey, I still like The Last Jedi.
No, I did too.
Rise of Skywalker, not so much, but hey,
that one was kind of a miss.
I'm also kind of done talking about it, so I'm kind of sick of people constantly bringing them up. It's like, they happened. We're done. We can move on.
I mean, people still drug up the prequels for years and years and years and years.
You're not wrong.
It's going to be the same thing. I mean, the fans have hated everything that has come out since the Disney acquisition. But yet a lot of those fans are still diehards of the MCU. And I think more people have really hated the Disney Plus series solely just because it's just that Disney umbrella, but not realizing that Marvel is that Disney umbrella.
Yeah, it has been for a while now.
And
10 years.
And it has been I would say the breadwinner at that studio.
Oh yeah, no, of all the purchases Disney made,
that is there
was that period where they're just buying up stuff, but Marvel's got to be the one they're happiest with.
Yeah, and from what I understand of it is Disney is completely hands off with them.
Well, no, that's what they wanted, and they haven't been perfect with it, but Kevin Feige wanted to stay in charge if they bought it. He wanted control of that franchise.
Yeah, he wanted to control it.
And he's made them a few $1 billion.
So I think they're cool with it. Yeah, right, Kevin is their golden boy.
Yeah. Star Wars didn't have anything
Kathleen. They had Kathleen Kennedy.
Issue. Well, no, they have Kathleen Kennedy, who they hired to do that. It wasn't somebody already attached. It's not like George stuck around.
No, fuck no. George cashed his check and bailed. I don't.
Yeah. No, I think he's burnt out on Star Wars, which I get. I don't think anything Star Wars could come out without everybody talking about it as it's the worst thing ever. It could be a good one. It's still the worst thing ever. Every single one has come out.
The only one that they've liked was Rogue One.
I've even seen people bash on Rogue One, though.
I have too.
And there's no
pleasing this fan base.
No, essentially, the prequels came out. Everybody's going to bash the prequels non-end. Disney has their stuff out. Now the prequels are great art, and only the Disney stuff sucks. In about 10 years, we'll get an art trilogy, and that one sucks, but the sequel trilogy and all this stuff out now is great.
This is like the golden age of Star Wars here. Whoa.
Yeah. I remember when those came out. Those were all loved and cherished by all of us. Wait, what?
The kids who grew up watching the VHSs of the originals, like you and I, are just like, hold the fuck on, guys. We just had the originals. And, these are the ones that came out when all of you guys were... Well, I'd say, no. The prequels came out while I was still young. Because I was working one of my... I was, out of school and working a full-time job when Revenge of the Sith came out because I was working at a movie theater.
Okay.
Yeah, I had my check time to whenever Vader was like, no. Yeah. It was great for training people. You're training them in mid-sentence. Oh, hold on. And then, we sweep up at the end of every show and then clean up, and we have to be really quiet when we're in here. But yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally went in and just mimicked it in mid sentence, and then just didn't break a stride and continued training them on.
That's pretty awesome. I guess there is a TV series to talk about though.
Yes. Yeah. Superman and Lois.
Yeah, no, these episodes are a bit fillery. I feel like the Steel reveal's the biggest one. Like, you had to remind me what episode 5 was about. It's like
5 was the Harvest Festival.
And it's nice.
It's nice, but it's a lot
nice,
of... from what I remember of it, my notes got deleted, so I'm kind of going off of memory and binging everything that for today's episode yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't quite binge everything yesterday. I binged half a movie in this.
Yeah, well, I still thought that they'd be having sold-out shows, so I've got the later showing of the Batman. Not realizing it was almost a 3-hour movie.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to it.
Yeah, I know. This one had like more development with the boys. And I think like 5 and 6 were really heavy focused on the boys.
One thing I noticed, I don't think the General Lane is in any of them except for episode 8, I want to say. Because he pops up there and I'm like, oh yeah.
Asshole.
He's in this series. And I haven't seen him.
Asshole.
Yeah, asshole.
That's right.
Exactly. He is pretty awful. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a whole lot changes. We get the big Steel reveal. And these are good, but yeah. Outside of like episode 7 where you get the reveal of Steel and his backstory, I feel like a lot of these are kind of fillery.
There was that, and there was like also we also discovered that the tech company.
What you mean the Morgan?
Yeah, Morgan
Edge.
Edge. Yeah, they're creating Kryptonians.
Yes. Oh yeah, that is revealed this time. We only saw the Kryptonians.
Yeah, we saw them, and we see one encounter Clark. And Clark tries to help him, and then his body just overheats, and
that was
crazy. It happens to the kid too, I think. So we see that happen to 2 different people, and it almost happened to the boy, but Clark also he had what's the one that has the powers? That's Jason, right? Jordan. Yeah, Jordan is like having trouble controlling his abilities. Like he's getting bad headaches, I know, and like I think in one of these, but one of them dealt with this, and like Clark's trying to help him, like focus on one thing, just focus on one thing, but he's also having panic attacks to where he's like his eyes are glowing red and he's about ready to shoot the laser beams out, and this happens after he gets hit on the field. I know Clark goes out and he just holds his hands in front of the helmet. He's like, just let it out. It's kind of more like, oh, well, yeah, Clark could take that blast and be perfectly fine.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it wasn't fun, though. It didn't look like it was comfortable.
Didn't look like it felt good at all.
I definitely, watching these, it's like, I don't think Jor-El's hologram was right about Jordan's power levels, because he definitely seems like he's fairly powerful.
He definitely seems like he could have some power, and if he flies, he is... unstoppable.
Yeah, it just seems like the biggest thing is controlling it, because like the headaches he brought up, that's all just seems to be a byproduct of his super hearing that he has no control of. He's just hearing everything, and we get a couple hints of like, he walks into the kitchen and he just hears like a spoon rub up against the bowl, and it's not a pleasant sound, and just all that briefly. It's like, ooh. What was it? I want to say it was episode 8 where Lois is talking to the therapist.
I think maybe.
8? I think. Yeah. That's an episode where I really appreciate, I want to say Elizabeth Tulloch. She did a really good performance in that episode, I thought. That was really good. And then the guy who plays Superman, I think he's a great Superman. Probably not as muscular as like normal Superman. I hate that he's in a muscle suit. Like a little bit muscle suit I get, because even Henry Cavill had a little bit of a muscle suit, but his is a bit much. Just, it's not like, Christopher Reeve was just in really good shape, and this guy appears to be just in really good shape. You don't have to go nuts with it, He's an alien, okay? He will never build up enough muscle to represent how strong he actually is, so just roll with it. Tyler Hoechlin. We're going with that. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing
Tyler
it.
Hoechlin.
But yeah, I like his personality as Clark. I think Superman's kind of diminished a bit by his suit, but he's fine. Superman as Clark, he's great,
Clark, he's really great because it's like, you know, how he just plays that dorky dad.
Yeah, which is kind of perfect for Clark. Yeah. I mean, Clark's is kind of a dork who is stronger than anybody else in the world.
Who's like, to every kid in the school crowd, your dad can't beat him up. Your dad can't beat his dad up. Nobody's dad can beat him up.
Oh yeah, that's why I liked her performance, because that's in episode 8. That's where we reveal that she had a miscarriage and they were supposed to have a younger sister who didn't make it. That was sad to hear, but it's one of those things where you're mixing human and alien DNA. It's kind of amazing they had 2 healthy boys. It's so that was sad, but she sells it. That's not an easy thing to sell. So, good job. Are we ready to talk about the final Batman?
The final
bats. The newest Batman movie. The Batman just came out this weekend. Yeah. This is like a Batman art movie. It's like a detective noir. I was not... I don't know 100% what I was expecting going in. It wasn't this... But I was pleasantly surprised. There's that too.
Yeah, I survived it as well, but I did enjoy it. I did.
No, it's a thoroughly good, well done movie that needs about a half hour cut off. It
needs some editing.
Yeah, it's not as draggy as the Snyder cut.
No, it's even I think it drags more.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Well, I think it did that with the dialogue, and the pacing is what bothered me. It's just with the actors' delivery, how they just let a lot of room for each line to breathe, and it's just kind of like the lines you're saying don't have the weight that you think they do. You need to kind of just let this dialogue be a little bit more natural, coming and fluid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And my God, do we have to see everybody walk everywhere? What is this, Lord of the Rings?
Well, I think we see it best. I brought up to you before the podcast, that ending where we get 8 different shots, I swear, of Batman and Catwoman driving on their motorcycles around. And we needed 2 to get the point across. Because eventually they're driving in the same route, and then they diverge. And that's all you need.
Just need the one, at the end of Nolan's Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That told everybody clearly what was going on.
Yes, exactly.
And it really did feel like an art film at times, with all the sunset and early morning shots. I mean, it was odd for me to see Batman out in the early morning hours.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not driving back to Wayne Manor? But, that's just me nitpicking as a Batman fan.
Yeah. I will say, this is without a doubt the scariest Riddler I think I could ever envision.
Yeah, this was definitely one of the scariest villains. If he is this unhinged, I'm excited to see what's next. Yeah. Because this is the Lone Halloween. I believe is what they're loosely basing this storyline off of.
I was wondering about that. I know there's definitely hints of Batman Year One going through this.
But it looks like he's already kind of established. He's referred to already as the Batman.
They established that he's been around for 2 years. So it's been a while since I've read Year One, but there's lots of Year One feels to this. Even though it's Year 2, technically.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think it's interesting how lots of the characters are like the Penguin.
How he's more of a mob boss?
He's just kind of a mobster.
He should be?
He's kind of... Well, he wasn't really a mob boss as much as he was an enforcer, but he's set up at the end of the movie.
Like a mob boss.
Yes, he was.
I mean, I was very happy. And also, Colin Farrell was unfucking recognizable.
Yeah, well, the
makeup.
Freaking 8 pounds of makeup they put on him. Oh, my God.
He did good.
Oh, yeah. Well, Colin Farrell, in general, does a good job.
I mean, the way that it's advertised, I thought he was going to be a more predominant character. I was a little disappointed.
Way was advertised. I wasn't sure who the main villain was going to be. I didn't know if it was going to be Riddler and Penguin's just kind of there, or Penguin's there, or Riddler's just kind of there, or maybe it's both of them. Maybe it's a dual villain.
Is Catwoman Is Catwoman good or bad in this? We don't know.
I don't know.
Is she good or bad in this? Mm-hmm. And I think that they're doing the good end with it, which is good. I like that. And it's like, oh, good. We actually get to see a live adaptation of her actually helping Batman and fighting crime.
Yeah. No, they largely work together here. I mean, obviously, she plays around the gray areas more than Batman.
Yeah, but I wouldn't expect anything less from Selina Kyle.
Exactly. That's exactly where she should be at. Because Batman essentially plays in the gray areas, except for his one hardcore rule, which he definitely has in this. Although I do
sure
like
about
he never
that,
says it or anything.
There's some questionable ones. I watched carefully. There's some questionable ones.
There's always those questionable
pretty
ones.
Sure he killed a few.
There's always ones where
I
it's
think
like...
he might have killed a few. Maybe two.
But he never straight up executed him.
No, never straight up executed him, but he fucked him up bad enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not quite as blatant as Returns, which is still my favorite.
No. Oh my God. Put a bomb on a guy. Smile. Yeah, just fuck. Damn. Oh yeah, something that kind of... I think it really kind of added to the runtime. Not technically, but like to the feeling of the runtime. Never in this movie did I feel like any of our main characters were really at any risk. And like there would be big events, but they just kind of pop them on you.
Well, Alfred.
They don't build to them enough. Yeah, Alfred was the biggest one. That was like the only time where I was actually wondering if they killed off Alfred, which of course they did. Yeah.
I thought they were going that route.
That was like the only time I was concerned about any of the characters here. I never felt like any of the end, like when Batman's in a fight, I never felt concerned. It's like he's
Batman. I know he's gonna win.
Mm-hmm. You know. And Riddler is definitely more of an intellectual villain, which they definitely do. And goddamn, Paul
such an underappreciated actor.
This is a role that's like so perfect for him. Just the quiet.
I really enjoy him as an actor. So like I was so pleased with him in this role. Like he did an amazing job.
He did. I think everybody did a good job, but if I had to pick it
was definitely Paul Dano. Yeah, he was just absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect.
So who did you think was a better Riddler, Paul Dano or Jim Carrey?
Paul Dano, without a doubt.
What? Paul Dano wasn't nearly as terrifying because he didn't have the courage to hump the air.
Yeah, I don't know though. I mean, the look of him, the Riddler's look in this was a very DIY, I thought.
Oh yeah, which I'm certain that's what they're going for. It was
very dystopian-esque.
Yeah, definitely. It kind of fit in with the style of the movie. There's lots of we get a lot of the Batman stuff, but a lot of it feels a bit more DIY. Like the Batmobile, it's got some cool stuff to it, but it primarily seems to just be a car with a nice little jet on the back.
It looked kind of cool. It looked like a super, like an American muscle car.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. scary lights. Not quiet.
No.
But, not a stealth car. What did you think of Robert Pattinson? Because, I'm actually still digesting it, because I don't know.
I felt
he wasn't
bad as Batman. I feel like we didn't get enough of him as Bruce.
I know. I feel like that's the weakest bit, but it's like Bruce is there, but I don't feel like they do anything.
But I also feel like they didn't really do much with him. Like I kind of thought that there was going to be a moment that he was going to talk to the mayor's kid. Because it like they were leaning in on that, like definitely. It was going to happen, and instead he just saved his life, which is still good, and like, I mean, I did kind of like that Riddler was going after corrupt politicians, and that was like, awesome. If I was in Gotham, I just had good riddance.
Yeah, who? He did kill innocent. People, but he was going after. He was going after.
Shitty people. Yeah, but he did kill innocent people.
Yeah, it's
that gray area.
Yeah, shades of gray. Like I said, like it's tough to describe. Like this is not like any other Batman movie.
Oh no,
it feels very much like an art film, and like people will be like, "Oh, it's like Joker." No, Joker was almost. This is gonna sound like I'm bashing Joker because I do like Joker, but Joker almost feels like a wannabe art film where this actually feels like an art film.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Joker is fine.
It is. It's.
I feel like it's an art film for people who haven't sat down and watched an art film. But yeah, I do feel like they didn't write anything for Bruce to do. I feel like they're very much leaning into the idea that, like, he's Batman. Bruce isn't really a person anymore. He's just Batman. They're very much leaning into that.
Yeah, like, I think the most we saw of him was at that funeral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. One thing I do appreciate is that in this movie, at least, they're willing to acknowledge that Bruce Wayne wears eye makeup around his mask. Because he obviously does.
I was happy about that.
It always looks so bad in Batman Returns where, one shot he has the eye makeup, and the next one he doesn't, he takes off the mask. It's like, he's wearing eye makeup. Just leave the eye makeup on. He's clearly wearing it.
Yeah.
Why are we trying... he's a man. He doesn't wear makeup, but he clearly
was.
I think it was... Arrow where I first saw them actually acknowledging that, because they show a routine he has where he actually like quickly applies his eye makeup before he puts his mask on. But yeah, I think even in the Affleck one, Snyder didn't have him wear he obviously still wore the eye makeup, but like when he took off his mask, it was magically gone. Lame.
Yeah.
Go all in or just don't do it.
Yeah, go all like commit or don't commit.
Yeah. I think Nolan just never shot around that.
No, I think the suit was made to kind of go like about maybe to here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
I mean, he had to wear eye makeup too. I don't remember, but he had to. Didn't he? Oh yeah, he definitely wore eye makeup. You cannot get that close to the eyes. Let's see, I could show it on here. I could probably just do it in post, but there it is.
Over a little. Yeah, he's wearing.
I'm doing it for the podcast.
Yeah,
but yeah.
No, I need to see it. All I saw was you holding it up, and then like my window of me, and it's like I just see me.
Ooh. But yeah, I don't think we ever get shots of him putting it on or taking it off. Well, I'm trying to think. We don't really get too much of him putting on or taking off the costume in that even. But yes.
So I wanted to ask you this about the Batman. Now, how did you feel about Nicholas Totoro as Carmine Falcone?
Oh yeah.
Now this is like the only second, I guess, depiction that we have ever had of him to any sort of film or live action.
Well, yeah, God, what's his name? Tom Wilkinson.
No, sorry, the third depiction. I forgot.
Oh,
I was thinking of the guy from Gotham.
Oh, yeah, he probably would be in that.
But I completely forgot about Tom Wilkinson.
Yeah,
because he was great. But let me see here. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, John Doman.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, he
was he in season 1?
Yeah, he was good. He was like, I remember watching it thinking like, I would just totally cast this guy as a gangster. Like he is. He's good. He's convincing.
Yeah. Well, I thought John Turturro was fine. I don't know. He's a good actor. I don't know. I have a whole lot to say about it, but did you have thoughts on his performance?
I did. Well, I mean, I'm a big Lebowski fan, so it's hard for me not to picture him as Jesus. Yeah. But no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was very, very good. I kind of wanted more of the gangsters.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I almost, in this movie, it's 3 hours long.
Yeah, I know.
I felt like we didn't get quite enough of the characters.
I also felt that way, too. I mean, I really liked it. I really did. Just...
Yeah, and it's unbelievably well done.
And I will say, I did say to myself a few times, fucking world's greatest detective. Fucking A. Mm-hmm. This is fucking awesome. He was the world's greatest detective. He was a detective. This movie, the best way to describe it, this literally does feel like we're just seeing like a case Batman's working on. He's on this Riddler case. We see the beginning of that case to the end, and we don't get much else. Just kind of what people he meets on this case. And he works with. I could absolutely believe that Gotham is this. I could believe that Seven and this take place in the same city. Oh yeah. That's kind of scary, but yes. I can't. Well, I mean, I've also heard that theory about Seven, that the city that Seven takes place is Gotham. I mean, I've never thought about that. Okay. Kind of makes sense. I mean, where else do you get people that creative with their crime? Yeah, you're not wrong. But we get kind of a Joker. Yeah, well, a tease, if anything. Yeah, to me it felt kind of forced, and I'm not gonna lie with how long the runtime was. I thought one back. I also I'll admit right before that scene I was opening my phone, seeing are there any post credit scenes? No, okay, cool. When the credits roll, pseudo. It's weird. Oh well. It's totally cool because the urge to piss was much greater than the urge to sit there any longer. Oh yeah. No, I pissed while the credits started rolling, and then I came back. I thought it was done because the house lights came on as soon as the credits were rolling. But then again, we were... They sometimes trick you with that. We were getting out of there at like 1 a.m. So, yes, I was a genius and, decided to go pick a late showing on Sunday thinking, it won't be that crowded. Movie's about 2 hours. I'll be getting home, like just around midnight. It'll be good. Well, to this movie's credit, there weren't. Well, I don't know about your showing, but I think there was only like 3 trailers before. Yeah, there wasn't many. There was I was expecting Doctor Strange. There was a big DC trailer about all their upcoming movies. I didn't know they had that much coming out this year. Like, I didn't know Aquaman 2 was. Yeah, I want to say there was a Sonic one, too, or no. You might have had a different listing. I don't recall Sonic one. There's a medieval. Yeah, there was some medieval thing that looked. I've gotten bad with my brain shutting off during trailers so much anymore. I see so many of them. And lots of them bleed into each other because lots of times it's the same trailer. I just remember thinking, we've only been watching trailers for 10 minutes and they're already starting to get to the Nicole Kidman thanking us for going to AMC theaters. So I didn't get Matt Damon telling me to invest into crypto. I was a little sad about that.
That one might be even cringier than Nicole Kidman.
I don't know.
Matt Damon,
I don't
what
know.
are you doing,
I don't know.
man?
Kidman's is really cringy.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
at least she's not telling you to invest
we
in
did
crypto,
the Keeping Up with the Joneses ad. That's what I had. The one of Tommy Lee Jones driving a truck with Leslie Jones.
Oh, I don't think we got that one.
A Jonas brother and somebody else.
Yeah, I don't think we got that one at all.
I forget.
That's weird.
I don't know. I kind of still like that Tommy Lee Jones approach in that. He's like, okay, we'll try to keep up, whoever you are, whoever the hell you are. Tommy Lee Jones, perpetually the unhappy old man.
Oh, always. But yeah, the Batman. Might be I don't know. I love the Tim Burton first one. This is definitely one of the best.
It is definitely one of the better made Batman movies of the past.
Yes.
20 years.
It feels kind of like it's a detective noir. It's an art movie, but also feels kind of like a comic in that just like you're picking up from issue like 6, and this is issue 6 through 12.
It does.
Kind of feels like that too.
I really enjoyed how they told the story. I really liked that.
And it like I don't want to make it out like I disliked it because I really like this. And there's a decent chance when I rewatch it, because I'm certain I'll rewatch it when it comes out. The ability to be able to pause it and pick it up again might help this movie a lot. Because I know at home it's always easier to watch a longer movie.
No, absolutely. I even tried to see if I could get it through a streaming service.
No, I think it's like April 19th or something. It comes to
HBO something Max, like
that. I want to say Spider-Man No Way Home's coming out about the same time.
Yeah, they haven't made Sony just let Marvel stream the movies on Disney Plus.
I know Disney's been trying to make a deal for them to let them stream, just the Spider-Man movies. I'm sure they'll let them do more, but yeah. What does Sony even use a streaming service?
I don't think they have one.
Or they just sell them out.
They sell them out,
which is fine. I think more businesses should do that. We need less streaming services, but it only works if you actually let businesses.
Well, Paramount's like securing all of their property and and putting it all on the app. Like they have stuff from their archives up on that streaming service, man. Like a lot of the old black and white movies from Paramount are on there too, and I think that's awesome. That's awesome.
Sure they do, yeah.
And also a lot of them are just like really, really bad B horror movies. In fact, one that was going to be introduced to appreciating great trash.
Ooh.
This one is going to be from the 30s, called King of the Zombies.
Ooh.
I'm just going to forewarn you on this one, Pavo. It's made in 32.
Okay. So are we going to do that next week? Yeah, that's
cool with you.
Because I don't think we have next week planned at all. Probably some more Superman lists, but that'll work.
And
King of the Zombies.
Do you want to revisit Star Trek?
What do you mean?
The films.
The series or the films? Oh, do you want to do like a? Let's see. What's going to be coming out soon? I'm not against it at all.
Just more talk about like our love of Trek and why we love it.
Always. I hate Trek. I hate Star Trek thoroughly.
I'm exclusively a Battlestar Galactica fan only. I'm just kidding. I have no problem with Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, Battlestar
it's pretty cool. It's pretty fucking cool.
I exclusively watch Stargate XG1. No other sci-fi is for me, good sir.
You uncultured swine. I watch Stargate Atlantis and Atlantis only.
No Atlantis for me, just SG1. Stargate Universe can go fuck itself. That's what
Atlantis
I say.
was the one with Ted Raimi, right? Or which one had Ted Raimi in it?
I don't think Ted Raimi was in any of them.
Wait, wasn't he on a show called Sequest or something like that?
Well, Sequest was a different thing. Was he on Sequest? It might have been. Stargate Atlantis had Jason Momoa. That's right. A young Jason Momoa. Yeah. When he was not a great actor, he's gotten much better.
Okay.
No, trust me, he has. He has.
Okay.
Trust me. Hold on, we're gonna look up Ted Raimi here. Well, it looks like he was on Sequest. Okay, so I think I watched the beginning of Sequest when it first came on in the late 90s. I want to say that was, or was it mid 90s?
Something like that, yeah.
I don't remember it much other than Roy Scheider, the kid, Jonathan Brandis,
I think so.
Said it, and he worked with the Dolphins, and that's all I know.
Yeah, that's what I remember. It was like some organization saving
underwater base,
water life,
It was popular when it came on. I remember liking it, but I didn't stick with it. So it
was on USA. It was on USA, I think.
No, I think it might have been on NBC or something when it first aired, but I think USA gets all the old series eventually.
Yeah, they didn't start shelling out their own great content till later.
Mm-hmm.
All it took was Burn Notice and the glorious.
Yeah, that's right. You were talking
glorious chin of Bruce Campbell.
Oh, Bruce Campbell, always. So what do we have for next week? We have. So you want to just do Star Trek: The Motion Picture?
Yeah, we could start with that one.
If we're gonna start, we gotta start somewhere. It's not bad.
That bad, actually. It's not that bad. It.
I remember as a kid I hated it. When I've seen it more recently, it's fine. It's a little slow, but
it's a good story.
It's better than 5 by a mile.
I like 5.
Oh, we'll have something to discuss. We got a few.
Yeah, we do.
Till we get to that.
Okay, but still, though.
So Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and you said, Invasion of the Zombies. King of the Zombies. You're gonna have to text me that. King help me remember.
Of the Zombies.
And then Superman and Lois episode
9 to 12.
9 through 12. 9,
okay,
12. Yeah. Okay. That sounds good to me. I think that's an episode.
It is an episode.
All right. Anything you want to talk about before we sign out?
No.
No, you have to talk about something.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I've asked the question. It must be done. These are the official
podcast rules. No, other than still in production of season 2. The funnest thing I've had is trying to schedule interviews for it. Waiting on people to get back to me.
that can get fun.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to set anything too in stone right now. But yeah, that's what's going on.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing more reaction videos. I got some more verses I want to start working on because the reaction content's super easy. And if people keep on watching, it means that I can work on verses and get high quality verses out to you too. So yay! But yeah, everybody have a good one.
Take care, all.
I want to go ahead and add some audio credits at the end here. The theme music you're hearing at the beginning and end of this podcast was written and performed by George Johnson, a very good friend of mine. And my current Patreons are Fel Martins, David Lara, and Lindsay Pankhurst. If you'd like to become a patron, go ahead and follow the link down below. Anything you can provide would be incredibly helpful to this channel. We're barely limping by right now. I'd love to make this my full-time job. I'm miles away from that right now. So any help you could provide, just $1 a month would be amazing. You know you want to. All your friends are doing it.